CRN.
Welcome to Heaven on Earth, a sacred portal to visualizing, meditating, and co-creating our highest joys that usher in the golden age of Aquarius. I'm your host, Athena Starseed.
Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth, and I have my gorgeous co-host, Emmy Award-winning Kim Hicks. Are you on the line, Kim?
I'm on the line. I'm on the hook.
Yay! Well, I'm going to wait till this music fades down, and then I want to do an opening invocation so that we can all reboot kind of in a silent space. Hey, Matt, is the music down? Okay. Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and I am actually phoning in today because it has been a whopper this week. We have been having some twists and turns and contractions and expansions in the matrix, and we'll get into all of that on how it just purifies our souls. But let's start with our opening invocation to call in some sacred space and give reverence to the masters within and without. Inhale. Exhale. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light return to earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May the Christ consciousness return to earth. In the center, where the will of God is known, let the center guide the little wills of men and women, the center which the masters know and serve. May the plan of love, light, and power restore heaven on earth. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Father Sky, and Mother Earth, from the point of light that connects us all. Please be here in the sacred circle of light. Om, om, om. Aloha, my beautiful brother Kim.
Aloha, and aloha to our wonderful extended family on this beautiful planet Earth.
So, Kim and I, and a huge portion of the planet are releasing a beautiful angel to her ascension body, Analisa, our dear friend that we've all known from the spiritual community, from also Hawaii and the City of Angels, made her ascension on Monday, and that has really shaken our community, Kim.
It certainly has. She's one of the most touching guardian spirit angels I've ever known. I mean, I was always in awe of her and just so delightedly impressed. She shared a pure stream of love right out of the consciousness of heaven to us over at the old Source, that old church building, and she just did it with such grace and beauty, and with her co-partner friend Prasad. It was one of those spiritual centers that spontaneously found its way into existence. She was something. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. So Prasad Paul Duffy, another white light general in our community, and Analisa basically took over a building that used to be an old Hare Krishna church called the Rose Temple. Fantuzi used to play there all the time, and a lot of our other light worker friends. And they basically said, we want to do something for our community in the City of Angels, a place to gather, a place to create. It was under a church billing. However, they made it a cultural arts consciousness center. So they did anything from open-eyed meditation to sound baths to yoga classes to acro yoga to poetry readings to enactments and then theater performances. And they had a Sunday service where Prasad would give a satsang, which means a spiritual talk, opened by beautiful Analisa, who would always welcome the people, do a chakra clearing, give us a guided meditation for all the sentient beings. She would cover the dolphins and the whales and the fairy kingdom and the Galactic Federation of Light, all the angel beings, the earth angels, and what it was to be a human in 3D experiencing their angelic spiritual reawakening.
Wow. Athena, it's just epically difficult sometimes to understand the whole process of being alive, and the death comes with it. There's no other way, but you can't ignore the incredible celebration that she brought. I mean, she was inspiration on fire, and I loved it. I went often enough, and then again, not often enough. But our community is quite something. I'm glad you talked a bit about our community. It's a spontaneous combustion collection of way showers and seekers and consciousness avatars that are forming the face of the future. We're facing this divine future, and we know it, and we're trying to help nurture it in, especially in a world in full crisis as we're in now. And it's calling forth the absolute best in us and the most humble aspects of us. The fires are raging, the death and mayhem that is being generated in our toxicity of political environments and the entrapment in the matrix have all become difficulties to being human. And Annelise was one who transcended all that in a directly connected way. You felt so close to her when she'd speak. It was getting an inside view into the heart of God. It's herself, Just stunning.
The most brilliant thing that she did was she shined this like sunlight off of her body. I was telling Prasad when I thought of Analisa, it was when she smiled, it was like beams of sunlight came out of her smile and her face, and she just radiated like a golden white light. And when you were in her presence, you felt like, I don't know, like love. Like I want to say it was very, for me as a fairy, it was like pixie dust being sprinkled all over me when she smiled at me, and she danced and she would twirl, and she would always encourage me to sing and to do my purpose. In fact, I memorized the Gayatri mantra because I wanted to sing with her, and Prasad had suggested that Annalisa and I sing that at the source, and she knew it, and I didn't, and I just went home and memorized it, and I ended up making that my first single with Supreme Grace Light, which is a 2,500-year-old mantra that helps the soul remember who they are and liberates them. And that's what she was about. She used to sing that mantra all the time.
She was almost always a liberated being. I mean, and yet I know life got very tough and in many ways, but totally transcendental. The fact that the light glowed off of her is something I observed completely. I mean, it just shined on you. And it went to everyone. It wasn't that local personal love. This was true agape, true caring for the universal aspect of all of us, You wrote that beautiful, can you share with us the beautiful channeling you did with her?
I am going to share it. I am sitting near my medicine wheel, and I was feeding some squirrels, and they're out here eating walnuts. So I think I'm going to save it for the last segment, and we can end on when she came to. But I will say this, though, just to give everybody a little teaser to hang in for the end of the show. Annalisa came to me in a dream a week before she ascended, and I was aware of the dream. I woke up and said, I need to call Annalisa. And then I got really busy with the 3D world. How am I going to do this and that and whatever? You know how it all comes on, light workers. There's a lot of pressure. Then I was like, I'm going to call Prasad. That was my second thought, I remember. And then life got busy. The next thing I knew, Prasad calls me, and he says to me, Annalisa ascended. And the first thing, I was upset with my soul for not taking action on my dreams. And this is something I have been teaching for 25 years. When you have a dream and you wake up, write it down and take direct action. That was part of my boot camp thing. I used to sign my boot camp letters, Dream Your Life Awake, Master Chief. They call me Master Chief, and I would always sign that, Dream Your Life Awake. And then my first song was Dream Your Life Awake. And it was because when you dream, that information is a subtler realm, but it's so real. we get messages and we get information and we get solutions from the dream time. And I was like, I missed it. So then I said, no, there's no time. I'm going to go to Analisa right now. The veil is thin. She's still hanging out. I sat in a meditation for 45 minutes to an hour. I called down the light, and I was like, Annelisa, what were you going to tell me in the dream? So,
wow.
I'm going to share with you guys all at the end of the show. We'll close on the channeling that she poured right through my consciousness, and I grabbed it on my iPhone. I was like, okay, here you go. And the gist is what we're talking about right now, carpe diem, through the shootings, through the fires, through the hurricanes, through the tsunamis, through the, the meltdowns of nuclear plants, to the wars on every different aspect of humanity's psyche. We still have the opportunity to live a blessed life by being impassioned on purpose in our divinity, lighting our own candle and blowing our other people's candles brighter by helping them keep their passion and their oxygen flowing and breathing.
Yeah, the very best is being called forth from us. And this is an incredible period of time. I mean, Malibu, even as we speak, is burning down, and that's one of my sacred stomping grounds, and dear friends are there, and I know very little about what's going on, but I do know that we're humbled by the great forces of nature, and nature herself, the great Gaia goddess, is sending fire, and because she's saying it's time to cool down. We cool down, humanity, chill out, relax, live life in a beautiful, graceful way close to the earth. Laying down asphalt and concrete everywhere and building these incredibly insane empires of greed and greed are not serving the well-being of humanity. And just as this is all, as the epitome of all this is unfolding, we have this rising, graceful goddess culture that is emergent. And this empowerment of the goddess culture and the feminine energy that's coming will lead to what I believe will be the true enflowerment of humanity, a great golden era that will last for generations and generations. And Annelise was all about it. You're all about it. I honor you both in that same holy lineage of sacred beings who speak for and toward the one.
And I think that this is a call to action for humanity, specifically the 144,000 of us. If you are listening to this show and you know that you're one of the 144,000, and you know that you're a light worker, you know that you incarnated to help the planet become better outside of your own local central interests and your families, but if you're talking about global consciousness, the I am we of it all, the Ubuntu of our heart chakras beating across humanity with our drums of love, if you know that you're that, then you understand that this is a mirror. Nature is a symbol in our own psyche, calling us into our own passions. And can passion be anger? Yes. And can passion be painting? Yes. And dancing and creating and loving and shifting. So if you can use your passion in a positive way, Mother Nature's not going to have to burn everything to the ground like the Tower cards. This is the Tarot right now. We're in our major arcana, and we're going through our 21 arcana initiations in our mystery school called the University of Life. And if you're getting it, you become more humble, more in reverence, more gracious, more giving, more gratitude, more appreciation for your brothers and your sisters, not just human brothers and sisters, but all right, so I've got 2 squirrels here. I got a family of raccoons. I got some birds I feed. Where do these beings go? We just had somebody knock down the house next to me. There was a big house. There's a house on a big lot. Now we have 2 houses squished on the lot. And all the animals are running over the yard because they have nowhere to eat. And so anyway, we'll talk about this after we get back, but let's love all of humanity. This is Athena Starseed and my gorgeous co-host Kim Hicks. It's a show called Heaven on Earth. Please subscribe, stay tuned, share the show, and help us with the 144,000 mission to make millionaires out of light workers who create conscious companies, enterprise, and enthusiasm to be in theos, in the God of their own heart. We'll see you after these commercial messages.
you experiencing pain? Back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain? Pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
Were you scammed into signing a timeshare contract? And did you miss the part that said you have to pay for your great idea? Not only for the rest of your life, but when you're not here anymore, you get to pass this turkey onto your family for them to pay for the rest of their lives. Thanks, Dad. Don't burden your family down the road, and don't be stuck with expensive timeshare payments forever. Get out of your bad idea timeshare contract guaranteed, or pay nothing. Call Resort Release today and learn for free how their timeshare exit team can help you legally exit your timeshare contract. They've helped thousands of people, and they're A+ rated with a BBB. So if you feel scammed, get mad and get out of your expensive timeshare contract right now, guaranteed. Call NOW.
800-716-9903. 800-716-9903. 800-716-9903. That's 800-716-9903.
When you really want Italian food, you have got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club. Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Now, indulgers of plenty and good fortune, this is a call to action. It's holiday party time. You have been assigned the awesome responsibility of planning the Christmas gathering. No gnashing of teeth, no worries. It's time for the very best office get-together ever at Columbo's. Good Time Central, 323-254-9138. Jazz every night. Columbo's family award-winning Italian recipes coming to life and award you with an abundance of yummy, mouth-watering steaks, the freshest fish, and the world's greatest meatballs, all for a mere pittance. Party time at Columbo's, 323-254-9138. Make your reservations now. Columbo's, that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. The holiday office party at Columbo's. Manja.
Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth, and I have my gorgeous co-host Kim Hicks all the way from Hawaii, and we are talking about ascension. We are talking about living an intentional life, living a life where you remember your life contract and you act accordingly. You do things that empower your soul and enlighten your being. You share with those in your light family, your soul family, your dolphin pod, that which you have that you know will assist them on their journey back to the sun. That is the true purpose of our partnerships. And Kim and I have been, doing community gatherings probably most of our lives since we were children, knowing these universal truths. And when our beautiful, gorgeous fairy goddess galactic friend Analisa transitioned on Monday morning, the whole community, thousands of light workers, literally thousands of light workers, knew her, and she was very active in sprinkling pixie dust and encouraging people to follow their dreams. And she taught concepts of 5D, oneness, the Galactic Federation of universal love for all beings in all dimensions on all planets. She was a true incarnated walking angel.
Athena.
Yeah.
The nature of nature of response to this is, I mean, all our hearts are just exuding care and protection for her journey, and love and appreciation and gratitude. And I think that one of the things we're doing as we understand that we're becoming art forms of the universe is to enter into a phase of deep meditation and celebration. And are you guys planning to go to the beach and do a ceremony ritual? I mean, that's the kind of thing our community does, is spontaneously reflect our need at the time. So I guess no doubt there'll be some events all over the place regarding Annelise. I mean, she was that sacred and holy among us.
This is a leadering society amongst the light workers, because immediately there's been spontaneous enactments in tribute to Analisa. There was one last night. Jay Brave dedicated his Mayan ceremony. They had tickets. They sold out. They dedicated to Analisa. People, Prasad and I have gone to the beach. We just did a ritual. We went to Alora's temple and on Tuesday and spent all day with Alora Anana, who is also another goddess in our community that holds sacred space for the divine feminine. So we have been spontaneously having ceremonies all over the City of Angels all week, and it's not going to stop, because 1111 is a portal for a lot of the angels that we know. It's like a code, and it calls us into right alignment with our true self and our higher self and our vision for our earth. This is our mother Gaia. We are her children, and we pledge to take care of her. We also pledge to take care of the animals that abide in her leaves and her oceans and her trees and her skies. And we also abide to take care of the humans, to give them food and shelter and clean water. And all of us feel the same way. So when Analisa gathers us on 11/11 this Sunday morning, we're going to bring our drums. Somebody else said, well, I'm going to bring the sound system. Somebody said, I'm going to bring, like flowers. I'm going to bring seashells. Someone else is going to, they're going to bring whatever they have. And spontaneously, this beautiful celebration of Annalisa's ascension will come up, and people will read poetry and tell stories of her. We will sing songs that she loved, and we will mourn and celebrate in the divinity of what it was to be a human.
That is beautiful, Athena, and I'm thrilled. I just wish I could swim on over and out of the ocean in time for that little celebration, because I would so put my heart and soul into that enactment. I love that sort of thing. My deep keel perspective on this was I developed from going to Burning Man. At Burning Man, I went out to help build the temple, which is sort of become the sacred center of Burning Man, and it's designed to honor all those dear allies, friends, and souls who have passed on. And so the temple is built out of wood at Burning Man, and I guess we'll cover it in a minute.
So right after we come back from these commercial messages, we're going to go over the rituals of how we honor the death of the life of just this body, but not our eternal soul, as we do it as a tribe in Burning Man. So stay tuned. Please share the show if you like it. Please subscribe. And if you're among the 144,000, this is your bat station to listen to Superheroes on Saturday morning, 10 a.m. to 11 Pacific Coast time. We'll see you after these commercial messages.
Welcome to your island home away from home at Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Relax and unwind on 11 acres of tropical gardens by the whale-shaped pool or in a beachfront cabana. Enjoy your favorite ocean activities, culture activities, and free nightly entertainment. A perfect setting for weddings, honeymoons, family vacations, or just a weekend getaway. Experience aloha at its best at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. Call 661-0011 or visit kbhmaui.com and let us welcome you and your ohana to ours.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Newsflash, the president has changed the tax laws, and now you may be able to pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, the tax doctor can help you pay the IRS as little as possible allowed by law. There are new tax laws for business owners, the self-employed, even W-2 workers. If you have a back tax problem or a few years of unfilled returns, new help to save you money is now here. Call right now to see how the new tax tax laws can help you. Plus, right now, we'll waive the consultation fee and give you a free tax savings report. Attention business owners, the self-employed, and W-2 workers. Make this free call to the tax doctor now and learn how to take advantage of the new tax laws that may help you pay the IRS less.
800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. That's 800-985-1610.
Still got those annoying critters? I'm talking bees and fleas, spiders, ants, roaches, bed bugs, and those disgusting rodents. Have you made that call to Dewey Pest Control yet? What's holding you back? Get rid of them, and I mean right now. When the heat brings them out, it's time to call Dewey, because Dewey knocks them down and keeps them out. Dewey's an 89-year Heritage California family business with 32 offices statewide. Think you got those 24/7 wood-munching termites chewing up your house? Call Dewey right now for their free inspection. And all this month, get $89 off with a regular maintenance program. Call 800-209-0900. That's 800-209-0900. Just one call to Dewey does it all. 800-209-0900. Or get your free inspection online at DeweyRadio.com. That's Dewey, D-E-W-E-Y, DeweyRadio.com.
The following ad contains shocking material. Listener discretion is advised. Is someone in your family playing a dangerous game of Russian roulette? Over 43,000 people die a year from drug overdose. 120 people a day. 5 people every hour. 1 person every 12 minutes. 88,000 people die every year from alcohol abuse. Over 240 people a day. 10 an hour. 1 person every 6 minutes. Somebody you know may be next. Learn how to help someone you love get away from the drugs, alcohol, and bad influences. With the FMLA, people can take a leave of absence from their job and still keep it.
Call Quit Drugs 321 now at 800-378-3315, 800-378-3315, 800-378-3315. That's 800-378-3315.
Destination, South Point. 11 great restaurants, bingo, bowling, movies, race books, sports books, spa, live entertainment, oversized rooms, and the rates unbeatable. The South Point Las Vegas. Book now. Online at southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. southpointcasino.com or call 866-791-7626. At the South Point Las Vegas, you're always a winner.
Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth, and I have my gorgeous co-host, Kim Hicks, all the way from Hawaii. Aloha, Kim.
Aloha, Athena.
So we were coming right off the heels of talking about how we honor the transition. And we don't really talk about that as a human society. We're born, we celebrate that. We have christenings, we have marriages, we have ceremonies, but we don't really understand death and how to deal with it. But how do you do it at Burning Man, Kim?
Well, Burning Man is a phenomenal way to deal with grief and sadness and appreciation and gratitude, all those emotions that come together. At Burning Man, we build an enormous temple, all made out of wood. Different artists and talents create it. And it's given over to the people around Wednesday in the week of Burning Man, and it's opened up. The temple is opened up, and people go in, and they're able to write messages all over the walls, like a super graffiti experience to the people that have gone on, and put up mementos of Mom and Dad, I loved you, and even to your dog and to your, I came upon a group there that was having a celebration, and there was about 14 people in this group, and they had these beautiful pictures of a young girl who had just passed on. And I mean, there's no place that you can carry this grief but to a place as sacred and holy as this temple. And the temple is only created to entomb the collective grief of humanity and absorb and offer up to the heavens in this final enactment of burning the temple up to honor our love and gratitude to all those who have formed the way and passed on before us. It's the most deeply authentic, touching ritual I've ever experienced in my life, and the most fascinating creative endeavor of art to simply serve humanity, serve through the grief, serve to awaken humanity at the heart chakra level in a compassionate lead. It's stunning. When the temple goes up on fire, there are a ring of 50,000 people there, and there's not a dry eye in the place because everybody knows somebody has somebody up in the temple at this time. And our Annelise will be there because we will have a great contingent sending her off through the temple this year at Burning Man.
You know, that makes me that makes my heart flower. You know, I just want to, I want to say that the solution to our separated consciousness, and now I'm talking about Prasad here, I'm channeling Prasad, separation consciousness is unity consciousness. And unity consciousness thinks about somebody died in our community. What can we do? Like, how can we serve? What can we do to honor them and to hold space and to make people food and to sit with people and let them tell their stories and hold their hand and dance and play their songs, and we need time for each other. And we're also in this rat race, you know, or the ones that are still in the rat race. Some of us are free, but the ones that are still in the rat race, we're so numbed out by the shootings and the fires and the death and the destruction and the candidacy and the voting and it's all distraction. It's all distraction from love and heart-based unity communion. And when you go to Burning Man and you remember that feeling, you come back and your priorities change.
They certainly do. It was the most dramatic experience of my later life. I'm a veteran, of course, of the 60s and the thrilling adventure that was. But as I got sucked into the Matrix and Hollywood and the whole insanity of modern civilization, my return to Burning Man was a super kick in the spiritual butt. And the most thrilling thing for me to see at Burning Man was this enormous, powerful, intelligent, sensitive, relationally oriented new generation that just was another beautiful shadow of our hipster generation that did so much to break the ground and open up the gateway to consciousness, to a collective consciousness. And there at Burning Man, it was thriving and vividly alive. And the heart-pounding core of it is the temple itself. While Burning Man can be this bacchanalian insanity, and it often is, it as still, at its core, has this deep soul sharing opportunity. And I think in that mode of sharing is why we're doing the whole heaven on earth thing, Athena. We absolutely intend to share all of life and love with everyone on this planet and all the sentient beings and all the elements too. And this we can do. And that's what we're up to now. And our 144,000 light workers, when activated, this will spill through our community of consciousness.
And
here we go.
Here's the immediate need, and we can do it. You know, when you took me to Mayfire with Jeff's clan out in Vegas, and we had our circle, our Mayfire dance for 3 days. One of the beautiful things that Abby and Jeff did at the end was they said, okay, community, somebody say their need, and then everybody who has a solution for that need, raise your hand. So somebody said, oh, I need a ride home. 3 people said, oh, I can take you. Which way are you going? And somebody said, oh, I need, you know, $20 to, you know, get a XYZ. Yeah. And then somebody, I can serve that need. And in the community, there are probably like 20 needs out of like 100 people. And probably about more than 55% of the people serve the need. I mean, they were baking food together. They were shopping together. They were camping together. You can borrow my water pot. Would you like a cup of tea? Like, as soon as you roll up to Burning Man, they're already giving you beads. I mean, what I'd like the community to know right now is Jade, which is Analisa, our beautiful angel's daughter, is organizing her funeral arrangements. And she's very young, and they need financial support. And this is one of the things where I'm shouting out to the 144,000. If you knew Analisa, go to her GoFundMe, support Annalisa's daughter, Jade, organized by. Just go to that. And if you could just put as the tag, you know, Annalisa's Ascension, and then in the research words, put Annalisa's Ascension, you know, we'll all know to go to the video, and it'll come up. We'll put the link of the GoFundMe on underneath of our video. So everybody that listens to this, please just donate $10. If 144,000 of us donate $10, her daughter can actually look at her life contract, write it down on a piece of paper. Light workers will guide her. She can finance her own mission and commission it herself. And this will be the gift that we give to Annelise's offspring because she's ascended. And that's our daughter. Jade is our family. Jade is our
She's
sister,
our daughter. Yeah.
What would you do for your daughter? I would call all the relatives and say, hey, give us $10. This child has to bury her mother.
Oh.
I mean, nobody should have to bury their mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this shouldn't be had. It's just, it reminds me of my experience at Burning Man. There was a wonderful goddess girl who was head of the Thunder Guild. And she was building a totem to honor her mother who had passed on 4 years before. And she's another beautiful young woman like Annelise's daughter. And I worked with her on building that totem. And it was such an honor. And the two of us she would tell me stories about her mother. And then we'd nail a few pieces of wood into the totem. And then she'd cry and we'd laugh and we'd talk and we'd cry and laugh and talk and build that beautiful totem to honor her mother and bring her mother into full presence. And then when the fire came to time to burn the temple, it was that altar fire, the moon temple totem that she had built that was the first to catch fire. And so I just, her mother just came rippling out of the cosmic consciousness into that embodiment in fire. It was a stunning thing. And the whirlwinds came down from the sky, as they do in the desert in these cold nights when you light a fire. And the dust devils were dancing together. And then the two large, beautiful dust devils gathered together, joined in unity, and marched straight into the center of the main temple, which was now engulfed in flames. And in an explosive but gorgeous, stunning column of fire, it spiraled up 300 feet in the air, while all of us were in awe and tears and gratitude. It's breathtaking to have such powerful elements dancing for the soul spirits that are coming and going. I'm forever affected by that. But I want to see us create this ritual, spontaneous event structure in our communities. And that's what you're doing, Athena.
And it's not just in person. It's like what I'm saying, too, is like we have power. 144,000 of anything has an energy force. When it comes from love and selflessness, that when one of us cries, we all cry. My best friend Corey Keisler lost like 3 or 4 people in the last year. And, when he lost it, he felt alone. His community that, Karen, who died of cancer also, honor Karen Ingram. She's a beautiful soul who crossed over. She didn't have a community really around her when she died. She moved from L.A. and there was no community support. And then Corey had to go to Houston and there was no community support. And people did reach out a little bit getting him across the country. Our community did help him with the gas. But imagine if we helped this child bury her mother. If every one of us on this phone goes to GoFundMe and finds Analisa and donates just $10, I'm going to read you one of her last posts on her Facebook page, okay? And this is the kind of heart that she had. Do not try to save the world or do anything grandiose. Instead, create a clearing in a dense forest of your life and wait there patiently until the song that is your life falls into your own cupped hands. And you recognize it and you greet it. Only then will you know how to give yourself to the world, so worthy of your rescue. And how do we give ourselves to the world? How do we do that? We need to heal the wounds in ourselves. And guess what? Each one of us helps, the friendships help us heal those wounds. Prasad was sitting with me, giving me satsang, unlocking me. Corey's unlocked me when I've been down. I've called Kim, and our community reaches out to our elders. When we know someone has a problem with their marriage or their child, if they can reach out or up or around and we can respond to that call, people don't have to kill themselves or shoot up schools or walk into synagogues.
That's right. And also the great art forms that are The art forms are capable of expressing anger and grief in exquisite ways, and those are transmuting qualities. And there's this young man that went in and killed people. He could have gone in singing a song. I mean, that's what he could have been doing had he been connected to community and not felt so isolated and alone.
A gun or a pen, Kim. Kim, a gun or a pen.
Yes. He could, he could have been an avatar with a guitar instead of a Lord of Death in random death, And so we've got to create a society that is much more highly functional than the one we've got. Our isolation, as you've just been pointing out, even through all the technological communication, is leaving us actually feeling more isolated. It's only when you get personal connections and we get to talk, especially in times of grief, that the real caring, loving, collective heart chakra of humanity is open wide.
We have solutions within our own community right now for every single thing that you can imagine that could go wrong in a human life. Because we have, as Argonauts and Starseeds, we have written down the way we've gotten through the densest, darkest, blackest forests, and we came out the other side. So, she does angel readings. If you needed somebody to help you with that, we've got people like Julia, Aloe, and Julia and Aiden. Julia does massages. You see what I'm saying? I do intuitive readings. Kim is a wisdom keeper. We have people that teach guitar lessons and people that personal train and people that take people on retreats. And Alana has a yoga studio in Brentwood. Alana Zabel. And, we have a solution for every issue if we could just put everybody in touch with each other and say, yeah, if you need help, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And how can I serve? What's your purpose and how can I serve you?
And that brings us back to the great awakening that has to happen in every heart and mind here. And that's what we're here to encourage and nurture. We're here to water it. We're here to let the sun shine on it. We're here to let the wind stir it up into action. But it's this potential for humanity to burst into a period of great enlightenment that transcends all the political and socio-dynamic and economic factors that we are now locked in. That's critical. The fires are going to rage until we cool down our beautiful Gaia Mother and get the ice caps back in place and get the polar bears happy again. We're all part of the one great cosmic holy roller coaster ride, and we ought to understand that and get to it. This is our job, is to dive deep into the heart of the soul and render ourselves whole and complete through that process.
The thing that I'm getting when I meditate, okay, I'm just going to share with everybody just a tiny little thing that's been beneficial, okay? I've been in the fitness business more than half my life. I've studied all kinds of things, but really, I really wanted to know, how can I get the highest reception so that when I meditate, I can get emptiest the fastest. So fasting, faster, fastest. I've been fasting. Intermittent fasting. I've been fasting, sometimes 2-3 days in a row. And here's what I got. We actually have the ability to have heaven on earth right here, right now. If we, instead of going to outside companies to buy what we normally buy, if we just buy it from each other, we will be rich in culture, and we will have the people with the highest consciousness have most of the abundance to invest in the companies to make the powerful decisions. We have to collaborate. It's not an island anymore. This is not where we're competing. Everyone has a star team. Everyone is a constellation making a picture in the firmament of heaven. Heaven on earth is a mirror. The equal sign is us in between it. Can we connect? Can we do something greater than ourselves? Can we right now, just today, if you hear this show, agree to help Jade bury her mom, Analisa, on the GoFundMe? That's your $10 contribution. We can help and solve that one child's problem. But what else can we do? Grander things, and grander things. This is Athena Starseed and Kim Hicks. This is heaven on earth right here, right now, and we're calling out to 144,000 light workers. Please connect with us every Saturday. Find out what's going on. How you can participate and be your own superhero of your own life. All right, we'll be right back.
Night. Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Hi, this is Athena Starseed, and this is a show called Heaven on Earth. This is the portal of possibility where the 144,000 gather to get their updates on what we're doing as a community to usher heaven in right here, right now, today. Kim had asked me about this channel that I was, talking about. I wanted to read at the end of the show. So if you hung in there, I'd like to share it now. I'm going to go back a minute though. It was the Day of the Dead, the 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd. So Halloween kind of overshadows a really important holiday, which is connecting with our ancestors that cross over. And I want to recommend an incredible film called Astral City, which was based on a real psychopomp's information channeling what happens in the astral city when we die and when we review our life, and how we can go back and create a miracle and help the ones that are still on the earth plane. And so I knew that, and I said to Analisa, I'm sorry I didn't call you after I dreamed about you. Please, I'm going to sit in a meditation. I'm not going to do anything until you contact me. So I opened up a portal of light. I was sitting on Abbot Kinney in the morning. It was about 8:30. I'm just pouring light in and pouring light in and pouring light in, and all of this energy opens over my crown chakra, and this is what I start writing. I am blessed. I am bliss. I am life. There is no death. The transition is an enlightened state of expanded love. I am not and never was my body. My love is my eternal legacy. My friends are my flowers in my golden garden of Eden. My daughter is the ruby rose of my heart. My life was a page in my book of poetry, and I share that with all the planets. We are galactic in nature. We are all love, 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 love. Be that love for one another. Bless each other daily. Dance in the spirals of your own divinity, on the shores of your own consciousness as often as you can. I am a soul dancing now. I am no longer bound by my body. I am free. For time is an illusion that calls us all into presence. I love you. I am present with you now. I am as close as your every breath. I am in every raining tear. I am a pink beam of starlight shining on you forever. I am honored to have been on the earth plane and to have kissed your face. And you know how many people's faces she kissed? She kissed mine. If she kissed your face, you know what I'm saying right there. My motherhood taught me to love beyond all conditions. My friendship shared with me that we are all aspects of the same ocean. Lovers shared with me deep fractals of my very self on such intimate layers. My parents shared with me their divine DNA that allows its lineage of love to continue to flow through the bloodlines of my daughter. My community shared with me we collectively co-create our reality and are living our superhero missions in 5D as our lives touch the tides of every shore. We, the dreamers, are the shift makers. We are the walking angels, the co-creators of the now consciousness. I am now in my eternal spiral, supporting all of you. Go deep, deep into your heart chakra and live, truly live. Live the life you were born to live. Birth the ideas that only can come through you. All you do matters. You matter. You are the essence that matters. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being in my storybook of life, in my forever fairy tale. I am and will always be blessed by your presence. I am and will always be with you. I am now your guardian angel. Feel my infinite love. I will always love you. Analisa, channeled by Athena. So we're wrapping up the show. This is a tribute to Annelisa and her beautiful daughter Jade for the life that her mother lived.
Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. And you can listen to us on nearly any platform and device. Download to your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry episodes of What's Cookin'. And take Master Sommelier Michael Jordan with you to the wine shop so he can help you pick out that perfect bottle of wine. Stream episodes of the Sonoma Wine Report through our CRN app, TuneIn Radio, Nobex, Stitcher, UTunes, or AHA Radio.